Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Pine Pass in Cities Skylines, episode number 26, where our dear friend Elizabeth Harris is, again, last time we talked about how she had to basically relinquish this and develop affordable housing, including single-family and multifamily homes, in order to get her wish of reestablishing her family's abandoned ore mine, because there was still plenty of ore in them dar hills. I think it's in them dar hills, but yeah, anyway. That is what happened. She was originally going to build all of this as resort area, taking advantage of the river. Didn't get to happen. So instead, she also owns all this land over here, and this has become her new toy to play with for her budding career in creating a resort area. So we're going to continue work on it. We are going to bring a road right here and a road right here. And that's going to be probably it. No, let's see. So that's 1600. Let's go 800. And 800, and then, oh, look at that. That works out. That works out beautifully. So we're going to make a little area down here. If you couldn't tell already. Now, if you couldn't at this point, well, I'm not sure what's going on with you. So cool. This isn't a collector up here, so this is fine. We won't make any more connections out this way, though. And in fact, it probably will only go here. And then we'll bring this out another block like that. We could always just run a road up to there. Might be okay. That might make this a little short. I don't know. This is going to be pretty much lower density stuff. Nothing that we're going to go nutso with. So I want to real quick find an asset, and I have no idea where it is. I know I just know it exists, and it's this shrub. And I want to just bring... Oh, gosh, stop. There we go. So we've already got that same thing here. I just want to kind of cap off this edge. So I'm going to go into fence mode. And what is it? Set spacing to item length. Yeah. That way it makes a nice consistent. And we're going to go right down the middle here. Just to about here. I don't want it to go all the way back. That should be fine there. And then maybe bring it over just a little bit this way. Okay, it wants to be finicky. So we'll go. Oh, that's it. I can't get it to go there. Okay, that's fine then. And then I want it down this side as well. Just to about right there as well. Yeah. Just to kind of make this place feel a little more finished. And then back here, this is just going to get trees. In fact, I probably need to do these manually since there's a asset right here. Just kind of fill this in. I want it to feel like when you go into stay at the Igloo hotels that you are, even though there's a road back here, that you are in the wilderness. I really like how these look, and I like that they've got this tree all around there. And I think by just filling this in, just really makes this area feel nice and secluded. It is up against the road there, and that's unfortunate, but we'll live with it. So let me get a bunch of trees plopped down here, and then we will pick up our next little bit of development over here by our new train station. Cool. I think that's not too bad. Maybe just a few more right up against the road here. I did bring the brush size up because I wound up smoothing out that hill. But maybe just a few more alongside the road. Yeah, I think that looks better. I just kind of want it to disappear right behind the spa hotel. I just want it to feel as though it is its own thing. Now, I don't think I have enough space for an asset that I want to use over here. Gonna give it a shot. I would like to have the Snow Castle restaurant in here. just barely. It's just barely too big either direction. Yeah, oh well. I thought it would make a nice little addition. I could put it here, but we're going to do something special here that's kind of castle themed. We can maybe bring it in back here. That is a possibility. We may do that. But first, I need to convert this little bit. We're not going to make a pedestrian area, but we are going to make this bit a pedestrian road. Just this one little section, and we're not going to zone anything off of it, so it doesn't matter that we don't have any pedestrian district drawn out here. So, what is all of this space for, you may be asking yourself? And, well, it's a good question. It is to essentially support a hotel. We are going to add in another hotel down here. Hopefully I can get this to work without it looking odd. So what we need to do is take a look at what it requires. And this is going to be one of our 5-star heritage hotel. It needs just a little bit of office, just a little bit of commercial, a lot of sightseeing stuff, which that's going to be easy enough to take care of, because it's basically right across the street from some. And then it needs some nature, a little bit of nature, but we can deal with nature. That's an easy one. In fact, what we can do for nature, and this is totally cheating, I know, is we can just like load it up with a bunch of trees with lock forestry turned off, and then turn lock forestry back on. Remove those trees. I know this is a horrible thing to game, and I'm a terrible person. I should be ashamed, but look at that, we have nature now. Wait, look at that, we have nature now. So yeah, whatever, deal with it. So let's get that in, and then we will zone around it. And I want it to kind of set back off of that a little bit, so I'm gonna put it here temporarily. And it's gonna be like, dude, I'm not on a pedestrian road. Actually, that shouldn't be complaining about that. Oh yeah, I see why it is. It's fine. It is correct that it would want to be on a pedestrian road. But what I want to do is bring this. I just have all the things open and it's bothering me. I'm going to bring this down right to the front of this. That's a little too far then, okay. So right here. Yeah, that looks like that's it. And then spin this around to where it is right off of that. The back side of it's right there. Yeah, I think we could like eliminate that and maybe do that Snow Castle restaurant right here. You know, I think they kind of work together. But I will have to have a pedestrian district if I do this, which I didn't really want to do. The only other way I could do that would be to do the same thing, back this off of its own little road, which that's not a bad idea. What are we dealing with for a road? So it would need to come like right here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's bump this up here for the time being. Whoopsie. Well, come on, stop it, quit. Actually, I need to go back just a little bit farther. So we will run a road right across here. And the only reason, I don't know, do we want to have it on that side of the road? I think we do want to have it on that side of the road because the back side of this thing is ugly and we need to hide it with something. I don't know what just yet. So can I center this, please? And thank you, maybe. So you see, the backside's got all these containers and things, though this is the backside of both of these buildings facing each other. So that's all right. And then we'll just have a little square here that we'll just landscape, put a little park or something. So, how you doing? Look at that. It's got plenty of sightseeing opportunities just built right in. What it needs is a teeny tiny bit of office and some retail. So we will give it a teeny tiny bit of office And we will give it some retail. In fact, we're going to go retail heavy down these sides here. Going to let this fill in and see if that satisfies the need for the Heritage Hotel. And of course, I forgot to add heating pipes in down here. So everyone is rightfully complaining about it. There. Problem solved. And it's still giving me these big old ugly offices. But, wow, that's not close enough to satisfy your demand. Really? Okay, interesting. I figured that would have been close enough. We could always run a road up the side here, or run some up the side here. On this road, it's far enough away. Yeah, I'm okay with that. We can still keep this, making it feel like its own separate place quite easily. We've got tons of space around it. So let's do that. And let's also get rid of these big ugly buildings. I hate them in low-rise areas. I wish we had low-rise offices, but we don't. It just always makes big monstrosities if you can. So yeah, we'll try this again, see what we get now that we've got water pipes in, and go from there. So it looks like we're really good on commercial down this side. As office fills in down that side, we'll be fine. So let's get some services in over here as well, because I mean it's going to need it. Let's get ourselves a clinic. We haven't done a post office in a long time in this map, so let's get ourselves a post office, and we're going to go to either side. We're leaving this whole square open, I think. We'll just do something nice and decorative in there. I've already put a bank down. We need a fire station. Let's go with one of these. No, let's go with this guy. He's a little smaller. Fire station, that should cover that whole area just fine for the most part. Over here is going to be higher density, and we can use larger buildings, and it'll be okay with that. Like I said, I already put a bank in, and then we'll just throw in a small police station right there, and that should take care of crime. It should help a lot of these businesses to start upgrading, but for these offices, I don't want them to get tall. I want them to stay pretty small. I think I've already hit those two. I did. I feel very strongly about that I don't want them to be super tall. I don't even want these to get too big. If they do get too big, we'll delete them and zone them back down. So we do have a bit of demand still for residential. As I mentioned, this side's going to be really high density without a high-rise ban on it. Probably, maybe this whole area, in fact, will probably lack high-rise ban, kind of mimic that little city over there, and we'll really add a ton of population over here. I'm kind of curious how. Whoops, not what I wanted. 1,500 people. Unreal. Are our trains even keeping up? No. Look at that. 140 people still sitting there. So we basically need 380 capacity on that train. The nearest is going to be a 400. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it out. And then on this line, we're doing all right. It looks like that one was a little bit full, but this next one picked them all up. It's 17 kilometers. They haven't quite unbunched properly yet. And on this one, we could probably go down to a smaller train, but I'll leave it alone for now because that's getting close to that 240. We could probably go safely down to a 300, but again, I'll leave it alone for now. And we'll see what's what at a later time. So cool. Let's get a little bit more zoning in over here. And let's take a look. See, I hate this. I've got 2,000 capacity and 5,000 capacity, but I have no education out here. Maybe we'll just do high capacity education over on this side and not worry about it on this side. Because I want to get some zoning in. Pretty much this whole side over here. Can I go out one tile too many here? It looks like I may have done. Also, change the roads that are out here. I don't want just these plain old boring ones. No, that's. Oh, I see what's going on. It's doing the weird gaps again. I don't understand that. Not at all. But the cool thing is it'll give us some nice variations in our zoning. So I'm okay with it. So we're going to go there, but then we're going to back this one off to here. I'm going to pause for just a minute. And we're going to grab this, and then we're going to come in here and figure out which side it needs to be. Not that side. It needs to be that side. There we go. That way I can just get this little bit zoned too. Not that it is that big of a deal, but I don't know. I feel strongly about it for some reason. So we'll go residential there. Where does our noise start for our train? Right there. So we get a little bit more in here. So we do 4 and 4 again. But I think that's probably where we'll want to stop it. And then just mix up our uses here just a little bit. And this side will be all commercial. And commercial down here by the tracks. I think that would be beneficial down by the train. In fact, probably even do a little stretch here. And a little stretch here. It's low density, so it shouldn't bother residential all that much. And then I might be able to get a bit more residential there. Just want to get a decent number of people in. We're not going to do anything here in the curb. We're just going to decorate it, make it look nice. I wish that those shrubs appeared a little bit better at a distance, but they don't. So we're going to live with it. Cool. So while that is zoning in, I'm actually going to spend some time detailing. Can you believe it? But I also want to change out these roads, pardon, as the chair squeaks, because I was bouncing around in it. A 4-lane road with wide sidewalks and grass. We won't get the grass, but we could get the wide sidewalks. We could do trees, but the thing about trees, well, before I lose all my zoning, is they're just, unless I change them out to like a juniper or something, they're always just scraggly and dead. I'm thinking that's a better solution, honestly. Nice wide sidewalks, a lovely walkable area, and we're going to extend that to there. And then out here, we'll just, well, it already is this road, I think. No, it wasn't that road. It's some other road. I don't know what the other road is, but that's what it is now. Cool. And then through here in this area, again, I want something that looks a little bit better. I'm not going to do bicycle lanes out here simply because we don't have a bike facility that comes all the way out this direction. So I guess we'll just stick with wide sidewalks. It eliminates the parking, and that's the main thing I want to do, is eliminate all this parking. Yeah, let's do wide sidewalks. I like wide sidewalks. So I talked about eliminating parking, but I think I do want to have some parking back here, but I don't want to I don't want to encroach too much on this building here, but I'm pretty sure I need that much space to be able to do what I want to do. And that is coming here with, there it is. This one, I need to come out just a little bit farther. I'm thinking I'm not going to like this in the end. But we've got to have some parking back here. I mean, this place just, there's nowhere to park like, at all. We could also maybe, ooh, hi. We could also maybe sneak some in back here, just bump them back a few tiles. Like, got a weird gap there. I don't really know why. But that's, I don't want it that far back. I want it just like 4 back here. Why are you doing that? What if I just put a road here to add a node? Well, that then, yeah, that fixed it. Yeah, I want it out like there, and the same over here, so I gotta do the same thing. Just throw a node in, like there, and then delete. Whoop, delete the wrong road. Good job, me. And did it again, because I didn't realize I hadn't clicked the button. There we go, and then another parking lot. right. Seriously? Okay. Alright. Fine. So that's like there. So yeah, here. They don't have to be perfect, but damn it, I'm close. There we go. Yeah, I know it seems odd to just have a parking lot right there, but there's a lot of stuff that needs parking over here, man. Like a lot. And then to connect the parking lot on both ends, we'll do something like this. That works. And then I want this to feel secluded. So we've kind of got crumbling walls on this side. What could we do? Do we have a castle wall ruin? We do. I just don't know that it's the right color. But let's give it a shot and see what happens here. Oh, it's actually a network? Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I'm not going to be able to bring it back here because of that. But we can anarchy it in. I mean, are we like running a view? Are we blocking a door? We're not. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. What I don't think I'm okay with, though, is how it makes a curve and how it just ends. But I think for the just ends part, we can throw in one of those. And throw in one of these. It's not bad. And then back here, we can do the same thing. To just hide these very funky rounded corners that would never exist. Yeah, that's the whole castle. I dig it. And then here inside the grounds, what I want to do is I want to find my juniper, which is here. And I want to come in here and bring the spacing up fairly wide, because I don't want to just block everybody's, maybe a little less than that. I want to block everybody's view from their windows in here, but at the same time, I want to give just a bit of screening. Just a touch. A skosh, if you will. I just realized I went in on that one and not on that one. Which one do I like better? I like that other side better. Let's get rid of it. That scared me. I really thought I was asking if I wanted to destroy the hotel. I'm like, I don't think so. Yeah, let's bring this to the corner like I did down there. I like that better. So I need to find those castle-y bits again. There they are. The tall ones, please. The one right there. And one will spin it around right there. Cool. And then I just want to repeat that juniper, just a small line. I didn't realize I had fence mode turned on. That may be why they didn't quite line up the way I was expecting. There we go. Simple. It's basic, I know, but I think it works just fine. And then up front here, even though we don't get the color out of them, the rhododendrons actually wind up making a nice looking little hedge for little gardens here in the snow. I'm going to bring that spacing way down. I mean, they just look like snow-covered bushes, and that's what would be here. Our snow-covered bushes. So we're just going to do something very simple here in the middle. Just a handful of trees. Just to kind of set this area off. Even though they are all snow-covered, I don't want to use just the same trees we use everywhere else with just the pine. I want there to be a little variation. We could do the generic pine. We do have some options. Like we even do like maybe a couple boreal pines in the corners here. I like that. Ooh, that one's big. And then maybe just like a quad of these right there. Whose shoes are squeaking? You guys hear that? I hear it. So cool. This place is surprisingly not happy yet with offices. What? Why? Have offices not built in yet? I mean, you've got offices right there, my guy. Why are you not happy? Is that just too far away? So which retail is it here that they're happy about then? It's obviously not that. It's got to be that over there. But we have offices like right there. So maybe we just, I don't know, do another block of offices right here. It's fine. I mean, if that's what it's going to take, then I'll do it. All right, cool. So that gets the hotel looking good. I think it's fine. And then I kind of like this tree. So we're going to come back to it. And we're going to leave it here and just run. Ooh, that's way too close. Let's bring that way up. Yeah, we're just going to run. Actually, we're not. We're just going to go like about that far with it. And then down this side. And down this side. And then again, only about that far. And there's a reason I'm only going to go that far. Because, remember, friends, we have transit that we need to think about. And this is an end stop this time. And here, I want to bring this up to just 15 meters. I think that'll be fine. I think that'll get us up above the trees. Actually, let's look and see. Did that get us above the trees? Yeah, it gets us above the trees. What I didn't check, though, yeah, we want to turn that off because it'll start doing some strange things if we don't. So I want to do the 15 meters pretty consistently to about here. Come on, there we go. And then I just realized I had anarchy turned on. And then we'll connect right there. And that should, one of these ends should start kicking out some cable cars. There they go. So now they can take a cable car from this neighborhood up to that neighborhood. So that's why I'm thinking we don't need the metro, because then it's just redundant. The only thing is they are going to wind up going all the way up the hill before they turn around and come back, which is kind of weird. I mean, I could just delete that side for now. In fact, I might just sever that and then we can redo it later. Because there's no need to have them go all the way up. So do we have anybody riding yet? Nah, we will have. They'll definitely want to go up there. So that'll be a good thing. Okay, I thought I saw somebody complaining about noise. No? These buildings are awful tall. Kind of a lot bigger than I was hoping for. I was really hoping for more just that size. So maybe I need to like delete them and let them zone back in. But we'll worry about that another time. For now, I want to continue getting this area filled out and looking nice, which is going to be just a couple little park assets, maybe some of the pedestrian parks. We could do fountains, or we could come up here with the bigger one, because that would fill in this corner nicely. And I see like we could do a fountain. And because these aren't on a pedestrian road, we don't need a pedestrian district. Kind of nice. So that fountain fills that in rather beautifully, without really needing anything else. In fact, I could scooch it over one. Wow, they are really loving that. Don't put it on that road. If I scooch it over one like that, we could come back in with either a boreal pine or a juniper. And I think our juniper is going to be our better bet here. I don't want fence mode. And run a nice line of these back here. Not that tight. Yeah, right about like that. Run a nice line of junipers back in behind here. And then here in the middle, you know what we could do here in the middle. It's kind of hard to see which variation I have, but it should be variation 2 to match the sandstone that we can't see either. Or not sandstone, but bluestone. But what we could do here is come in and, ooh, hello, make a nice visual connection here. And by that, I mean use these guys way down here. Where's my bluestone? There's my bluestone pavers. I would like a grid. Thank you. Cool. So that is about 2 of these wide. This connection here, this opening. So let's plop down 2. Like that. And yeah, that kind of lines up right there. And then we're going to copy those. Maybe if I hit shift instead of caps lock. And then we're just duplicate in place. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 5, of course. No, there's 4 more. Cool. So then we will come out of that. Hello, come on. Wait, let me come out. And then I can duplicate again and fill this whole area. And come over to here. I mean, nobody's going to walk on this, but it looks nice. And then we can do the same thing over here. And I think we're off to a good start. I'm going to finish detailing this little area out a little bit right in through here and figure out something to do back here in these corners. And then we will see where we're going to go from there. And I think in the end, we've come up with something really good here. The only thing I want to do is service vehicles and trucks are obviously going to have to be able to come back here. Well, no, trucks won't have to come back here. Only the park vehicles have to come back here. There's no actual delivery. So I just want to... I couldn't use park paths because I wanted to use these tiny parks in a couple places. And they won't go on park paths, and I don't have the zonable road that is the park path, so I use the university one instead. But I don't want just everybody driving back here, so we're gonna restrict taxis and buses. Leave just garbage and emergency. We don't even need deliveries, just garbage and emergency back here. And we'll do the same on this one. I thought it would let me bring that all the way down here, but it won't. It's different roads. So that's okay. We'll just do this multiple times. How is it? There we go. Yeah, it's up at the top left, but it's... These are 3 different roads. You can tell by looking at the names on them. Phillip Street, James Street, Beach Street. It's not how it would really be, but whatever. We'll roll with it. Just want to block these off, though, so that we don't get a lot of cars driving through here. I want it to feel like this is a park. So not a bad little neighborhood to be home to our heritage hotel that has a 95% happiness rating. For whatever reason, it's not close enough to offices. I don't know what's up with that. I like the density that surrounds it. And then we have just this pavilion in the middle that I think looks astounding. Let's get a view of it from pedestrian height. Where is somebody facing the right way? That doesn't matter. We can spin the camera around. I mean, yeah. Yeah, is there somebody that's more towards the center? You are. You. Whoa, whoa, come back. I don't know how we did that. You. I want to look at it from your view. Yeah, definitely. I think that looks fantastic. Man, there's our freaking thumbnail right there, isn't it? Probably not. Probably be a little closer. But we've got the little snow castle, restaurant in the front, big castle, hotel right behind it. And the cool thing about these really high-end hotels is that you can run the events and they give you a tourism bonus. And that 30% is referring to this. Like if I start this, now watch what happens to our city attractiveness. Yeah, it literally adds 30% to it, if not a little bit more. So if you have two different of these hotels, you can get your attractiveness temporarily boosted to 100%. Get ready for an influx of tourists on your transit. It strangely doesn't change your weekly tourist numbers all that much. I'm not sure what's up with that. Why are we down to just 435 people riding that train now? I don't know. But I'm not going to worry about it either. Anybody riding the metro? Gosh, where is that tiny little metro station? There it is. Nope, nobody riding the metro, which means we haven't brought anybody in via ship. Which is a little sad. I was kind of hoping the fact that it was connected now would have brought somebody in, but not yet. It will, though, because we will have some things over here. We're going to incorporate our ice hockey arena and our snowboard arena over in this area, along with maybe one of our sports venues. I'm thinking maybe the Glass Eye. It's the only one that's truly covered. So it's the only one that really makes sense here on a snow map. So we may get that kind of down here by the water. And the other arenas will be back off of there a little bit. And then just have this be just a general tourism area. Maybe work in some of our other unique buildings. Not all of them. I'm not going toward getting any of our monuments unlocked. At least I don't think the city can afford it at this point. We keep going into the negatives and our money is slowly dropping. Then again, we have spent a lot of money. So let's take a quick view. 422 people are riding our cable cars. So for our outro, we're going to ride the cable car up and say, until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you, oh, look at that view, to stay vainglorious.